Welcome to episode number 306, where I'm focusing on Ayurvedic herbs for the heart, the most vital organ according to Ayurveda. I'm going to cover Arjuna, Amalaki, Guggulu, Punarnava, and Pushkaramoola, and the fruit pomegranate. I'm going to talk about the energetics and benefits of each of these, so please stay tuned. Hi there, I'm your host Colette, and on this podcast I will be sharing the teachings of Ayurveda, yoga, and holistic health practices. Now, if you're new to Ayurveda, I recommend checking out the first couple of episodes where I do an introduction to Ayurveda and the mind-body types. Thanks for listening, and now here's a new episode. This episode is sponsored by Kerala Ayurveda. Revitalize your heart with Ayurvedic herbal supplements from Kerala Ayurveda. Kerala Ayurveda offers a range of time-tested, traditional Ayurvedic supplements to optimize blood pressure, nurture healthy cholesterol levels, and support overall cardiovascular and circulatory health. Every herb and formulation is grown and harvested according to ancient Ayurvedic tradition, ensuring the highest quality and effectiveness. All natural and GMO-free. Kerala Ayurveda supplements help you support heart health naturally. Visit keralaayurveda.store to explore a range of Ayurvedic herbs and formulations, and use the code ELEMENTS10KA for 10% off your first order. And you can find all that info in the show notes. Hi there, it's Colette for a solo episode today, and in this episode I'm going to dive into some Ayurvedic herbs that are beneficial for the heart, and I'm focusing on Arjuna, Amalaki, Guggulu, Pomegranate, Punarnava, and Pushkaramoola. Now, before I go into detail on the herbs and look at their properties and so on, I want to take a look at the Ayurvedic perspective on the heart. The heart is called Hridaya in Sanskrit. Hru means to receive from, and Da means to donate or give, and Ya means to control. And the heart receives blood, as we know, from all over the body. This blood is then oxygenated and then circulated back to the entire body. Now, the Ayurvedic texts consider the heart as the most vital organ. It's the seat of the three doshas, Prana, Rasa, vaha, srotas, the 10 great vessels of the body, Ojas, and the mind. Now that's a long list, so let's take a look at each of these one by one. The three doshas of vata, pitta, and kapha naturally reside in the heart. It's the seat of Vyana vayu, Sajaka pitta, and Avalambika kapha. These are the sub-doshas, of course, of vata, pitta, and kapha. Therefore, the status of the doshas can affect the heart, and vice versa. The health of the heart can affect the doshas. And the heart is also the seat of prana, our life force energy, which flows through the prana vaha srotas, which, by the way, I covered in detail in episode number 274. But the heart is the root of prana vaha srotas on the left side of the heart, which receives oxygenated blood from the lungs, and then this blood is carried throughout the entire body. The heart is also the seat of Rasa vaha srotas. The root of Rasa vaha srotas is in the right chamber of the heart and the 10 great vessels, which are the main arteries carrying nutrition and Ojas to the entire body. If you want to learn more about Rasa vaha srotas, I covered that in detail in episode number 278. The heart is also the seat of Ojas, which is the essence of the nutrition of the dhatus, and it's our prime energy reserve of the body, protecting our life. Ojas is the energy which gives us strength and vitality. It governs the hormonal balance, the autoimmune system, mental intelligence, and controls the life functions with the help of prana. It also serves as the link between physiology and consciousness. Ojas is distributed around the body via Rasa vaha srotas, but the heart is its primary seat. And the mind, the heart is the root of mano vaha srotas, the mind channel, which permeates, of course, the entire body. Therefore, the mind can also affect the health of the heart. In fact, Charaka stated that one who wishes to protect the heart, circulatory system, and vital essence should avoid, above all else, those causes that lead to mental stress or instability. One should regularly adopt measures that support the heart and vital essence, which is Ojas, cleanse the blood vessels, increase knowledge, and calm the mind. From the heart, as the root, 10 great vessels carry Ojas throughout the body. In its importance, the heart is to be regarded as the central supporting member of a house, which of course is our body. And this is why Ayurveda considers the heart the most vital organ, which is of paramount importance to our holistic health. So I hope this drives home the importance of the health of the heart. And of course, we all know how important our heart is for our health, oxygenating and circulating the blood. However, Ayurveda explains how the heart is connected to our entire body via the doshas, Prana, Ojas, consciousness, and the mind. Each of these can also affect the functioning of the heart, along with any accumulation of ama, which of course is toxins in the heart. Charaka mentioned regularly adopting measures to support the heart and the vital essence, Ojas, which is best done via Ayurvedic Panchakarma process at an Ayurvedic clinic, or if going to an Ayurvedic clinic for an in-house Panchakarma is not available to you, then an at-home cleanse can be very helpful for preventative health. And I have an opportunity for you to experience both of these really quickly. I want to tell you about that. First one is for an in-house cleanse. I'm hosting a 7-day Ayurvedic rejuvenation retreat with Dr. Sujata in Bali, December 4th to 10th. And this is a way to have a tailored program to you to be in-house in a cocoon of healing away from all the stressors of life. I'm going to put a link to that in the show notes, but please check that out. Spaces are filling up, and I'm not sure if this will happen again. So if you're interested, please take advantage of this and book soon to secure your spot. So check out the link in the show notes. The other option, if you can't do an in-house cleanse, is an at-home supported cleanse. And the next discounted group cleanse starts October 6th, and it comes with a 90-minute consult so that I can tailor the cleanse to you and help you eliminate any accumulation of doshas and toxins from the previous season. So there's a couple of options there to take advantage of to take care of your heart and holistic health. And for all the details, check out the link in the show notes or visit my website, elementshealingandwellbeing.com. And for both of these events, the retreat and the upcoming group cleanse starting October 6th, go to the events page. Okay, so now that I've set the foundation for the heart as the most vital organ and the importance of taking care of this precious organ, let's take a look at some Ayurvedic herbs with an affinity for the heart. And as I mentioned in my previous episode on herbs for the mind and nervous system, and I want to take a moment to repeat it again, and that is the importance of getting professional advice before taking any herbs. As you will hear lots of benefits listed here, and the herb may sound great. However, there are a lot of factors that go into choosing the right herbs. And just some of those considerations taken by an Ayurvedic professional are the status of ama or toxins in your body, the status of your agni or digestive fire, the status of your doshas, vata, pitta, and kapha, and the status of your srotas or channels of your body. And if you're a regular listener to this podcast, you know that I have just completed a whole series on the srotas or channels of the body. So check that out if you haven't already done so. So as you can see, there are numerous considerations that must be taken before deciding the right herb or herbs for your doshic makeup and current health status. And if you take the wrong herb for you, it may lead you down a path of imbalance. So please seek out professional advice before taking any herbs. Now, the herbs I'm going to discuss today have numerous benefits, but I'm just focusing on their benefits for the heart. So let's start with Arjuna. The Arjuna tree grows very tall, about 60 to 80 feet in height, and it grows along rivers and streams. And Arjuna is named after the bark of the Arjuna tree, which is white or shining in the reflection of the light. And the bark is valued for healing, strengthening, and the rejuvenating effect on the cardiovascular system. So let's take a look at the energetics of Arjuna. The rasa or taste is astringent and bitter. The virya or energy is cooling. The vipak or post-digestive effect is pungent. The guna or qualities are light and dry. And the effect on the doshas, well, it's tridoshic, but especially pacifying for kapha and pitta. The effect on the dhatus or tissues, it has an effect on plasma, which is the Rasa dhatu, blood, the Rakta dhatu, bone, Ashti dhatu, and the reproductive tissue, Shukra dhatu. It also has affinity for the following channels: the circulatory channel, Rakta vaha srotas, and the reproductive channel, which is Shukra vaha srotas. Its prabhava or special effect is on the heart, being a cardiac tonic. And Arjuna has been used for thousands of years to treat heart dysfunction, strengthening the physical heart and toning capillaries. And it's used in cases of purifying excess pitta from the blood, angina, congestive heart failure, cardiac arrhythmia, hypertension or high blood pressure. It also helps to regulate cholesterol and triglyceride levels, reducing inflammation, reducing congestion, and boosting circulation. And as I said earlier, a heart tonic, which aids in the recovery after heart attacks and preventing reoccurrence. It also promotes the movement of Vayana Vayu, regulating circulation. And it's also used to heal the emotional heart. And it's very effective for emotional burdens like a broken heart, giving strength and courage to pursue our heart's true calling. So that's Arjuna, and Arjuna is very much a favorite herb for the heart. So let's move on right now to Amalaki. And Amalaki is the Sanskrit name for the Indian gooseberry tree, which bears gooseberry-like fruit. Amla means sour, and the fruit of this tree is sour in taste. Amalaki is known as Datri, which means the mother or nurse, hinting to the healing properties of Amalaki. It has a very high vitamin C content. In fact, it's said to have 20 times the vitamin C content of an orange. And it's the vital ingredient in Chyavanprash, the highly rejuvenative jam in Ayurveda. And this is often taken as a tonic to rejuvenate the body. So let's look at the energetics of Amalaki. The rasa or taste is primarily sour, bitter, and astringent. And the secondary tastes are pungent and sweet. Therefore, Amalaki contains 6 of the 7 tastes, with salt being the only one missing. This makes it very special, as all these tastes combined impart a holistic balancing effect on the doshas. The virya or energy is cooling. The vipak or post-digestive effect is sweet. The guna or qualities are light and dry. And the effect on the dosha as well, with all those tastes, it's tridoshic, relieving vata with its sour taste, kapha with the astringent taste, and the dry guna or quality. And yes, even with its sour taste, it's pitta pacifying, which is one of those rare exceptions. It's able to stimulate the agni or digestive fire without aggravating pitta, as it's energetically cooling with a sweet post-digestive effect. It has a great effect on the following tissues or dhatus: on the blood, Rakta dhatu, and on the muscle tissue or Mamsa dhatu. And it has affinity for the following channels: the circulatory channel, the Rakta vaha srotas, the digestive channel, which is the Ana vaha srotas, and the elimination channel, which is Purisha vaha srotas. Amalaki has an affinity for the blood, which in turn makes it very beneficial for supporting the heart. Many studies have shown that it supports the liver in maintaining healthy cholesterol levels. It purifies the blood and helps to nourish Rakta dhatu, the blood tissue, and stimulates the Rakta dhatu agni, the digestive fire in the blood tissue, which makes it very beneficial for cases of anemia. Clinical trials have shown that Amalaki has a cardioprotective effect and supports the proper functioning of the heart. And with its anti-inflammatory and astringent properties, it's used in conditions with inflammation and bleeding. It particularly pacifies Sadhaka Pitta, which is located in the heart and is responsible for transforming sensations into feelings and emotions in the heart. Emotions like love, compassion, understanding, sharing, and caring, which ultimately influences the clarity and calmness of the mind. as the heart is the root of the mind channel, mano, vaha, srotas, and so influences the mind and vice versa. Amalaki's prabhava, or special effect, is that it increases sattva, the qualities of balance, peace, harmony, and clarity, and ojas, our vital energy, our immunity, our strength. It is considered a tonic for the mind, raising consciousness and overall well-being of the body. So this is why Amalaki is considered such a great rejuvenative for the body, and in particularly for the heart. Okay, moving on, let's look at Guggulu next. Now, Guggulu means protects from disease in Sanskrit. Guggulu is a small thorny tree which grows in dry, arid areas, and the major bioactive component of Guggulu is in fact the resin, which is a mixture of an oil and the yellow-brown fluid secreted from the bark. So let's take a look at the energetics and therapeutic effects of this resin. The rasa, or taste, is bitter, pungent, astringent, and sweet. The virya, or energy, is heating. The vipak, or post-digestive effect, is pungent. The gunas, or qualities, are light, dry, and penetrating. The effect on the doshas, well, is tridoshic, but can aggravate pitta in excess. And the effect on the dhatus, or tissues, it has an effect on all the dhatus, all 7 of them. And it has affinity for the following channels: the circulatory channel, which is Rakta vaha srotas, the digestive channel, which is Ana vaha srotas, the nervous channel, Maja vaha srotas, and the respiratory channel, Prana vaha srotas. Guggulu has many heart healthy properties and is considered very highly when treating many heart problems. It calms the cardiac system and is useful for palpitations and arrhythmias. It's a rejuvenative, fortifying the heart muscles also. Guggulu is considered to be a lekana in that it has a scraping quality, preventing the accumulation of ama, or toxins, and cholesterol in the channels, joints, and tissues. It reduces the LDL cholesterol. It clears fat tissue and increases blood flow, reducing blood clots, and clears arteriosclerosis. So you can see that its penetrating effect and scraping effect really helps to clear the channels. So that's Guggulu. And the next one is not actually a herb, but a fruit. And it really needs to be listed with the heart because it has such an affinity for the heart, and that's pomegranate, the beautiful red fruit, which is a nutritional powerhouse. So let's start by looking at the energetics of pomegranate. The rasa, or taste, is sweet, astringent, and sour. The virya, or energy, is heating. The vipak, or post-digestive effect, is sweet. The guna, or qualities, are light and unctuous. And the effects on the doshas, well, is tridoshic. And this is another exception to the sours aggravating to pitta normal rule. In this case, it's not, because it has a sweet post-digestive effect. The effect on the dhatus, or tissues, was effective for plasma, which is rasa dhatu, the blood, rakta dhatu, and the reproductive tissue, shukra dhatu. And it has affinity for the following channels: the digestive channel, ana vaha srotas, and the reproductive channel, shukra vaha srotas. So with pomegranate's effect on the blood tissue, it helps to nourish Rakta Dhatu and is considered to be a blood purifier and heart tonic with its high levels of vitamin C. Studies show that pomegranate is beneficial in reducing the risk of cardiovascular diseases. It contains punicic acid, which lowers the levels of triglycerides, and it also contains antioxidants, which lower bad cholesterol and increases good cholesterol and supports healthy blood sugar levels, protecting the cardiovascular system from damage. So pomegranate is definitely one of those juices that's so beneficial for the heart. And of course, if you're having pomegranate juice, you want to make sure that there's no added sugars in that juice. And now we're going to move on to Punarnava, which is commonly known as Indian hogweed and translates to something that renews or replenishes the body. Therefore, it's considered a rejuvenative. It's a creeping plant which loves water and flowers during the wet season, during time of monsoon. All the components of the plant, such as the roots, stems, leaves, and flowers, have medicinal properties and therefore are used to make several Ayurvedic medicines. and it has numerous benefits and is used to treat many ailments. But as you know, today I'm focusing on the benefits of the heart, as it's an important herb used to treat heart-related diseases. So let's look at the energetics. The rasa or taste is bitter. The virya or energy is cooling. The vipak or post-digestive effect is pungent. The gunas or qualities are dry and light. The effect on the doshas, well, it's tridoshic, but it does increase vata in excess. The effect on the dhatus or tissues, it's effective for plasma, rasa dhatu, blood, rakta dhatu, fat, meda dhatu, nerve tissue, maja dhatu, and the reproductive tissue, shukra dhatu. And it has an affinity for the plasma, the rasa vaha srotas, the digestive channel, anavaha srotas, and the urinary channel, mutra vaha srotas. Now, Punarnava is a great diuretic for the body due to its antioxidant and anti-inflammatory qualities. And this helps the heart as it reduces the pressure on the heart's workload by reducing swelling and retention in the tissues. It clears excess avalambika kapha and cladika kapha, and it also clears any obstructions in the channels. It strengthens the heart muscles, lowers cholesterol levels, controls blood sugar and insulin resistance, and prevents fat buildup, which protects the heart and reduces the risk of arteriosclerosis, heart attacks, blockages, and clots. Punarnava promotes the flow of rasa, plasma, and rakta, the blood, the circulatory fluids, which of course then improve the heart function. It's a rasayana, or rejuvenative for the heart, nourishing the heart and relaxing the cardiac system by calming the mind. Very beneficial in cases of palpitations and arrhythmias. Punarnava is also considered to be a Vyastapana, which is a promoter of youth and longevity. Okay, moving now to the last herb I want to cover today is Pushkaramoola, which translates to lotus root, and it grows in high mountain areas, and it is in the daisy family, and it has lovely yellow flowers. It has an affinity for the heart and is considered to be a heart tonic. So let's look at the energetics. The rasa or taste is bitter and pungent. The virya or energy is heating. The vipak or post-digestive effect is pungent. The gunas or qualities are light, unctuous, and penetrating. It is balancing for vata and kapha, but does increase pitta with all that pungent and heating qualities and pungent post-digestive effect. And the effect on the dhatus or tissues, what is effective for plasma, the rasa dhatu, blood, the rakta dhatu, the muscle tissue, which is mamsa dhatu, the nerve tissue, which is maja dhatu, and the reproductive tissue, which is shukra dhatu. And it has affinity for the following channels: the circulatory channel, rakta vaha srotas, the digestive channel, anavaha srotas, the respiratory channel, Prana vaha srotas, the urinary channel, mutra vaha srotas, the nervous channel, maja vaha srotas, and the female reproductive channel, which is artava vaha srotas. So you can see it has a huge effect on many channels. And as I just mentioned, Pushkaramoola is pacifying for vata and kapha, and therefore it is used in conditions which result from aggravation of these doshas. So aggravation of the blood pressure due to vata and kapha imbalances, chest pain, heart pain, angina, heart disease also. And studies have shown that it acts like a beta blocker, which causes the heart to beat slower and with less force. Pushkaramoola has cardioprotective properties, and studies have shown its benefits in managing various cardiac disorders. And it has been found to be beneficial in coronary heart disease, where the heart is not getting enough blood and oxygen due to a narrowing of the arteries that supply blood to the heart. And with Pushkaramoola's penetrating effects and balancing effects on kapha, it helps to clear those channels. So there you go. There are just some herbs and fruits that are beneficial for the heart. And as always, please seek professional advice before taking any herbs. I can't stress that enough. And don't forget, if you're looking for a supported cleanse, I have my discounted group, Digestive Reset Cleanse, starting October 6th. Come join this international group of like-minded people And you will connect with all those people in a private cleanse community where we support each other and we communicate throughout the cleanse and we hold each other accountable, which is always beneficial. So check out the link in the show notes. And of course, on my website, elementshealingandwellbeing.com. You can check out my other online services, my online consultations. I also have a private digestive reset cleanse available if that October 6th date of the group cleanse doesn't work for you. My educational programs, the Daily Habits for Holistic Health program, a 28-day online self-paced program. And don't forget the 7-day Ayurveda rejuvenation retreat, which is happening in Bali in December with Dr. Sujata. If you have any questions before you book, please take advantage of my free 15-minute services inquiry call where we will hop on Zoom and I will answer all of your questions. And if you think that this episode will be benefit to your family or friends, please share it with them so we can spread this information about Ayurveda, and particularly with these episodes, the appreciation for what nature gives us to heal our bodies. And this is why I want to do these episodes, because nature provides us with so many beneficial herbs as medicine. And this is why I want to make sure that this information is out there, because it gives us a respect for nature and lets us know that we can heal the body naturally. If you haven't already subscribed or followed the podcast, please do so. And the new episodes will automatically download for you. And if you would like to rate and review the podcast wherever you listen to your podcast, I would really appreciate that. You can follow me on social media under Elements Healing and Wellbeing on Facebook. And my new Instagram page, please come join me on my new page, which is the Elements of Ayurveda podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take good care of yourself, be well, and bye for now. Slán go fóill.